A threat of war over faith? Nigeria fires back at Trump's bold claims. In a move that has sparked global debate, former U.S. President Donald Trump recently took to Truth Social to declare a potential military intervention in Nigeria, citing the alleged mass slaughter of Christians in the West African nation. But here's where it gets controversial. Nigeria has responded with a nuanced message, welcoming assistance in combating Islamist insurgents while firmly asserting its sovereignty. This delicate balance between cooperation and independence raises critical questions about international relations and religious freedom. The accusation and the response. Trump's post claimed that radical Islamists are perpetrating widespread violence against Christians, framing it as an existential threat. He called for swift military action if Nigeria fails to address the killings, which he claimed have taken the lives of thousands of Christians. In a swift and measured response, Daniel Bwala, an advisor to Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, told Reuters, "We welcome U.S. assistance as long as it respects our territorial integrity." This statement underscores Nigeria's willingness to collaborate but on its own terms, a stance that highlights the complexities of international intervention. Debunking misconceptions. President Tinubu himself pushed back against Trump's portrayal of Nigeria as religiously intolerant. In a statement, he emphasized that such claims do not reflect the country's reality. "Our government has consistently and sincerely worked to safeguard freedom of religion and beliefs for all Nigerians," Tinubu asserted. This defense sheds light on Nigeria's efforts to foster religious harmony, a narrative often overshadowed by sensationalized headlines. The numbers game. Trump cited figures suggesting 3,100 Christians have been killed in Nigeria, though he provided no source or time frame. This lack of context is problematic, as analysts point out that while Christians are indeed targeted, the majority of victims of armed groups are Muslims, particularly in the country's Muslim-majority north. Boko Haram, the group most frequently cited in warnings, has been responsible for egregious violations of religious freedom, according to a 2021 report by the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. However, their attacks often target the police, military, and government, with Muslims bearing the brunt of the violence. A broader perspective. Nigeria's inclusion on a list of countries of particular concern for religious freedom violations, alongside nations like North Korea and Iran, has sparked further debate. While the situation is dire, it's essential to recognize the multifaceted nature of the conflict. Other groups, such as the Islamic State, West Africa Province, ISWAP, also operate in the region, complicating efforts to address the violence. With roughly half of Nigeria's population identifying as Muslim and the other half as Christian, the conflict cannot be reduced to a simple religious divide. The bigger question, and this is the part most people miss, is military intervention the solution, or could it exacerbate tensions? Trump's stance, influenced by Republican Senator Ted Cruz's efforts to rally evangelical Christians, raises concerns about the politicization of religious conflict. As the world watches, it's crucial to ask, how can the international community support Nigeria without undermining its sovereignty? What role should global powers play in addressing religious persecution? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Trump's approach, or is there a better way forward? Let the discussion begin.